For 10 years, my own mind was a torture chamber. Every night I begged it to stop. Every morning it started again. Then, I found one thing that didn't fix me. But it saved me. My name is Eli. And every single morning of my life began right here. Not with sunlight. Not with hope. But with a fist around my chest, squeezing, tighter, and tighter, until I couldn't tell if I was awake or already drowning. My phone had no messages. No missed calls. Because I had stopped answering anyone. Why? Because my brain would whisper. They don't really want to hear from you. And I believed it. Every time. That's the nightmare of anxiety, not the panic. It's that you start agreeing with the lie. One day. I don't know why. I took my finger and I wrote on the mirror. 7 words. You are not your fear. The second I finished, I laughed. A broken, ugly laugh. Because it felt like the biggest lie I had ever told myself. But I was so tired. So impossibly tired of being afraid of everything, that I decided to lie to myself every single morning. I wrote it again the next day. And the next. And 3 months later. I looked up at those words, and for the first time, I didn't flinch. That's when I realized, sometimes you have to say the truth until your heart catches up. The coffee shop was only 3 blocks from my apartment. It took me 8 months to walk inside. 8 months. And when I finally sat down, my hands shook so badly I couldn't lift the cup. Everyone was laughing. No one was looking at me. But my brain screamed, they know. They can see how broken you are. So I made a deal with myself. A stupid, tiny deal. 10 minutes. I set a timer. If I could survive 10 minutes, I could leave. No guilt. No shame. The first time, I lasted 4 minutes. I ran out. Cried in my car. But the next week, 6 minutes. Then 8. Then 10. Winning with anxiety isn't being brave. It's staying 1 minute longer than you thought you could. My therapist said something I'll never forget. She said, anxiety lives in the future. Your body lives in the now. You can't panic and walk at the same time, if you walk slow enough. So I started walking. Every evening. Same path. Same trees. At first, I walked fast. Like I was escaping. But one night, I stopped. I don't know why. I just stopped. And I listened. Leaves crunching. My own breathing. And for 5 seconds, maybe 10, my chest didn't hurt. I cried right there on the trail. Because I forgot what silence felt like. Anxiety is loud. But nature doesn't yell. It waits. Box breathing. 4 seconds in. Hold 4. Exhale 4. Hold 4. Sounds like a gimmick, right? I thought so too. Until the first time I tried it during a panic attack, and my heart was still racing. So I did it again. And again. And on the 7th round, something shifted. Not the fear. That was still there. But the space around the fear got bigger. Like I wasn't trapped in a closet anymore. I was in a room. And the fear was just sitting in the corner. Not gone. But not in charge. I sat on that rug for 47 minutes that morning. And when I opened my eyes, I wasn't okay. But I was still here. That's the secret no one tells you, healing isn't feeling good. It's staying present while feeling terrible. I wrote it down first. Because I couldn't trust my voice not to break. In a small notebook. I wrote, sometimes I can't breathe for no reason. And I don't know why. And that scares me more than anything. Then I drove to my friend Sarah's apartment. Sat on her couch. Stared at the floor for 15 minutes. And finally, I read it out loud. My voice sounded like a child's. Small. Ashamed. When I finished, I waited for her to tell me to just relax or think positive. But she didn't. She just said, "Okay. I'll sit with you." And then she sat there. In silence. For 20 minutes. No fixing. No advice. Just presence. That night, I slept better than I had in years. Because I finally understood, you don't need someone to solve your anxiety. You need someone to stay while you're inside it. Same coffee shop. Same chair. Same barista. But look closer, my hands aren't shaking anymore. I'm not watching the door. I'm not counting seconds. Anxiety still visits me. It sat down across from me this morning, actually. Right there in that empty chair. And you know what I said? Out loud. Very quietly. I said, "Hello, fear. I see you. You can stay for 1 minute. But then, I have a life to live." And fear stayed for 30 seconds. Then it left. Because that's what anxiety does when you stop running from it. It gets bored. It moves on. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who watches your thoughts. And that watcher is unbreakable. If you are fighting a battle no one can see, please hear me. Stay. Just stay. One more morning. One more 10-minute walk. One more lie on the mirror until it becomes the truth. Your quiet war is not invisible. I see you. And more importantly, He sees you. The one who made your lungs, even when they feel like they're failing. The one who counts every tear, even the ones you cry alone at 3 a.m. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are a quiet warrior. And quiet warriors win slowly. But they win. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds, in Christ Jesus. You are not alone. Keep breathing. If this helped one person, it was worth making. Share it with someone who's fighting silently.